Is it a Son? Is it a Bale? No, it's Micky van der Ven. Welcome to next COYS Corner. Before we start, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to receive notifications. Well, that was better, wasn't it? A much more enjoyable game, some lovely football on display and a few goals, including one of the best I've ever seen live. Much better football, much better structure in possession, more bravery, more movement, just a lot more fluid as a team. The opposition were poor, but you can only beat what's in front of you. And I just hope we take the bravery, the tempo, the movement and the confidence into our upcoming league matches. There wasn't much Frank could do with the lineup, to be honest, given the amount of injuries and absences we've got at the moment. I was pretty happy with the team. Good to see Muani playing again. Really good to see Udogie and Odobert down that left-hand side. And obviously Xavi playing the 10 as well. So pretty good team selection. Good rotation in midfield again, bringing Son in with Bentancur. So I was pretty happy with the team. I thought we started the match really well. Really good intensity. Great tempo about our play. We pressed high up the pitch and we put Copenhagen under real pressure. Our shape in possession was different to a lot of matches. It was more like what Frank tried against Everton and Newcastle. And as you can see here, it's a 3-2. So Udogie was playing much higher up the pitch and Porro would kind of tuck in and form a back three with Romero and Van der Ven. And then you have Son and Bentancur ahead of them. You can see in this shot here, this is the 2. And then you've got, in this instance, Odobert holding the width and Udogie's made an underlapping run. And he's inside. And then you've got Muani, Xavi and then Johnson's just out of shot here. And I really liked the fluidity between Odobert and Udogie. It really continued from the Leeds match. And what I mean by that is Odobert sometimes would be the one that's holding the width on the touchline and Udogie would make runs inside him. But at other times it would be Udogie holding the width and Odobert making runs and going into these narrow areas. And that level of movement and fluidity just makes it so much more unpredictable and it's so much harder for the opposition to deal with. So I really, really liked that about our shape in this match. The chemistry between Udogie and Odobert was really nice and that's really, really encouraging seeing that. I think those two have got a really good natural understanding between them. Let's take a look at how that shape worked in midfield when we got a bit higher up the pitch and settled possession. So you can see here, here's the back three I was talking about, Porro, Romero and Van der Ven. Udogie's out of shot, he's wide in this example, he's actually holding the width here. But what you can see in the central area here is Son, Bentancur, Xavi and Odobert. And they are forming a very clear kind of box midfield. And the difference between this and in other matches I reviewed earlier in the season is that we're much closer together now to try and play through Copenhagen. You've still got width because Johnson up here is holding the width and Udogie on the left is holding the width. But what this enables us to do is get closer and play quicker football between each other. So Romero, for example, could feed the ball into Son. Bentancur could make a little movement to receive it quickly, and then Odobert could then receive it as a bounce pass off of him. And so we could play through Copenhagen quickly if the touch and the pass is right, and move the ball much more fluidly through the thirds and attack Copenhagen quickly. So this was really nice to see. And the other thing it does is for players like Porro and Van der Ven on the sides here, they then have an angled pass out to the wide player. So Porro's ball out to Johnson would be angled. And what this does is it gives Johnson the ability to receive the ball facing his man and use momentum to take him on or to create. Whereas previously we talked about our game being very straight line. So the ball would go straight down the line to Kudus or Johnson. And they would most of the time be with their back to the defender, which means they have to either turn their man or they have to play back the way they're facing. Much more difficult for a winger to do that. If they can face their man or even on a diagonal half on, then they can take them on much, much better. So this was really, really good from us, and a much better change, and I hope we stick with this moving forward. Thought there was just generally a lot more freedom about our play. Even Sarr, who was in that kind of double pivot, was able to push up at times, really press aggressively, or carry on with the ball, or make a pass and continue for it to get it back. So that was really, really good to see, and it just summed up how much more fluid and more courageous we were with the ball too. Well, our opening goal was well deserved. And actually, it came from one of the first times Copenhagen had managed to settle for a passage of play in our half. Bentancur, you can see him here, reads the play really well, gets across, wins it, and plays it quickly first time forward to Xavi, who's able to turn. Johnson makes a really good run for him in behind. We need more of that, more of those movements in behind teams when we counter-attack. Plays a lovely pass, Xavi, round and through for Johnson. Johnson does really well because the goalkeeper comes out, he takes his touch round him, he just composes himself, just that split second to just compose himself before he finishes. Really nice work from Johnson, and a lovely goal that we really deserved. Copenhagen tried to push us a bit more after the goal, but we were pretty comfortable and we kept trying things with much more confidence than in previous matches. It didn't always come off. A lot of the time things didn't come off, but I love the fact we were trying them, and we've got to keep doing that in Premier League matches. We have to try things and be brave on the ball. I really believe that. I think this chance just before half time really shows what I'm talking about in terms of being brave and more creative with the ball. So Romero picks it up here, and he's got Bentancur, Xavi and Porro near him. And what he does is he fizzes the ball through the lines between two players into Bentancur. Look how close Xavi and Bentancur are. And this enables them to play a lovely, quick little give and go. Xavi plays it first time back to Benny. Benny doesn't stop. He doesn't take too many touches. He just plays it quickly out to Porro. And Xavi doesn't stop. He continues making a run. He runs in behind Copenhagen's midfield and gives Porro a pass through to him. Now, Porro doesn't just play it wide like we've been doing in so many other matches where we go safe. We just go out to the wide man and ask them to take their man on. Instead, he fizzes the ball through to Xavi. He picks the ball up in that pocket, takes a lovely couple of touches, swivels, and then he plays a beautiful Eriksson-style half-space cross to Mawani, who should have scored. But it was a brilliant passage of play and lovely work from all of them involved. And we need more of this. This is how you get Xavi really playing. You get him in those pockets and you play quick connective football close to each other and you'll get the best out of him. And that was really lovely play. A little bit of sloppiness crept in at the beginning of the second half, but then we settled down. And the second goal was really good work from Colin Mawani. Porro plays the ball over the top. Mawani chases in behind, and he's so much quicker and more mobile than Richarlison, for example. So he's able to really hound the goalkeeper, get on him, press him, manages to get something on the ball, spins up in the air, and then you're thinking, well, is he going to try and head it first time? It's going to be very difficult, but he brings it down. His touch was absolutely fantastic. And then he had the composure not to rush a shot, take his time, just have a look, get his head up, find Odobert, give Odobert a tap in, basically. But look, nice finish from Odobert, slots it home. And just really nice work from Colin Mawani. And should have scored in this game, but did some lovely link play. I thought the Johnson red card was very harsh. I've looked at it back and I can see the studs are up and stuff, but it wasn't reckless. He just barely caught the back of him, and his leg was low, even though his studs were up. And I think we'll see a lot worse challenges than that go unpunished in the Champions League. So I think it was a poor decision, in my opinion. I've got no idea what happened when we went down to 10 men, but we started playing even better. We were more aggressive. We looked angry, looked like, this isn't fair, we're going to go and smash them now. And we just carried on trying to be aggressive at play and trying to create. And then we had the goal. Wow. That is one of the best goals I have ever seen, live or otherwise. Micky van der Ven picks the ball up. He channels his inner Heung-min Son. And for me, when I was watching it live, just felt like I was watching Gareth Bale again. The way he powered through his left foot, the power and the pace of it reminded me of Gareth Bale. That little couple of touches he took whilst at full sprint as well. Fantastic play from a centre-back, a 6'4" centre-back. And he's dribbling like this. It's crazy. Takes the touch, and when he got into this position here and just kept going, I thought, oh my God. I mean, I was screaming at my dad. I was like, no, don't do it. I don't want your hamstring to go. But he just kept going. And then he finished it like a world-class striker. I mean, that finish, you would not be surprised if you were told that was Gareth Bale, you'd have said, oh, yeah, makes sense. But Van de Ven, what a player, what a goal. Just unbelievable. What a privilege to see that live in the stadium. It really was. Just beautiful. And his celebration after was fantastic. And I think that made everyone's night, that goal. Everyone really enjoyed it. And that's what we go to football for. Moments like that. That's what it's all about. So brilliant. And immediately after, we counter again. This time we clear a corner and there's Odobert in shot there. And then he moves to press Copenhagen. But I just want you to note, Romero, I've magnified him here. He is on the march. He is sprinting out. In that position, Odobert hasn't even got the ball yet. He doesn't even know Odobert's going to get the ball. He is going. And obviously, Odobert does really well to intercept it. And then we're away. And the three players don't worry about the fact we've got 10 men. They don't hesitate. They just go. That's what I like to see. Bravery and tempo in our play and to dare is to do. And Odobert does really well, drives forward. Palhinha does really well to get forward with him. Romero gets up as well. And then Romero plays a fantastic pass across to Palhinha. I thought it was offside when I watched it live, but obviously it was just on. And Palhinha does really well to get up and finish that. And another lovely goal for us. And just summed up that kind of 5-10 minutes after, between like Van de Ven's goal and this. And it was just crazy. We just kept going and going. It was brilliant. I really loved it. The wave after wave of counter-attack. It was beautiful to watch. It could have been more, should have been more. Mawani definitely should have got at least one goal in this match, but he was really, really good and really impressed with his link play and the way he helped other players come into the game as well. He's a really good player, and I think once he gets one, he'll go on a run. I think with the penalty at the end, Scarlett did so well to win that, and I really think we should have let him take it. Little moments like that can really, really help a young player's confidence. And you never know with moments like that where it could just take them up a level. And so I think we should have let him take it. Richarlison took it, missed obviously, and he also had a couple of chances which he should have done better with. I thought Bentancur was outstanding in this game. Really class on the ball, anticipated really well, really progressive with his play as well. And I hope we carry that forward into the next matches. Likewise, Xavi was outstanding, and he showed the player I've seen so many times at Leipzig and PSV, and we just need to give him a bit of time to settle. But when we play like this and when we get closer to each other, he will adapt much quicker to the Premier League if we get closer and let him play his natural game. He's not a big spaces player, he's a smaller spaces player. You've got to get people close to him so he can link with them, and if you do that, you'll get the best out of him. Overall, a really enjoyable performance, great 3 points, and wasn't it lovely just to win at home and come away with a smile on our face. The opposition, they were pretty poor, but they're still in the Champions League, and you can only beat what's in front of you, like I said earlier. So the hope is we can take confidence from the way we played and then translate this into the Premier League. That really is the challenge for Frank. The challenge is to scale up the way we've played here, be brave and play through the lines when we get into the Premier League, when it's a little bit tighter, it's a little bit quicker. We've got to continue trying to play like this against higher quality opposition. And if we can do that, yes, there'll be bumps in the road, but I think we'll progress much quicker if we do that. Let me know what you thought about the Copenhagen match. Is the Van de Ven goal the greatest goal you've ever seen, live or otherwise? Let me know in the comments below. For me, it's up there. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to receive notifications. And as always, come on you Spurs!